battleship.
Tonight, a historic announcement of a new class of U.S. Navy battleships, with major strategic, political, and global implications. Here's what this means for America and the world. Today, a senior U.S. official announced a new class of naval battleships. Ladies and gentlemen, I am pleased to announce that this announcement came during a formal press address at a federal venue. Today, we reveal a new name for this future class of warship. Officials say these ships will be the most advanced surface combatants in years' time. The Department of Defense has published an official statement online. It emphasizes strengthening maritime deterrence, which is crucial for our coastal security. The Pentagon has noted growing challenges in contested seas, particularly in regions like the South China Sea. The announcement was included in the latest defense budget. Congressional leaders reacted immediately on the floor. Lawmakers from both parties weighed in publicly on this critical issue, highlighting the need for bipartisan support. Shaping the discourse around this critical issue. Supporters highlighted job creation in shipbuilding states. Critics questioned cost estimates topping tens of billions. Defense analysts say modern navies need greater firepower. This means the Navy's chief released a technical briefing document outlining key strategies and updates. It describes propulsion, sensors, and weapon suite plans. These ships aim to operate alongside aircraft carriers. A senior admiral called it a new era of sea control. Environmental impact reviews will follow construction approval. Key defense committees scheduled hearings next week. Please make a note of this important announcement. Military budget watchdogs sent letters to Congress about oversight. The Department of Defense Press Office released a Q&A fact sheet. It outlines projected delivery timelines to 2030s. Kindly read only the text as they are presented. First hull construction phases are planned by 2026. Major shipyards in multiple states will compete for contracts. A program manager noted new technologies included. Onboard directed energy weapons are under study. Integrated AI command systems drew particular attention. Naval architects shared early conceptual renderings. The plans emphasized survivability in high-threat environments. A senior engineer spoke about modular payload bays. Officials say future upgrades can be fast-tracked. Funding must clear annual appropriations debates. House and Senate appropriators must align budgets. A White House aide emphasized national security needs. The Council on Foreign Relations released commentary. It frames the initiative in the context of great power competition. A letter from the Navy League lauded the announcement. A separate letter from taxpayers' groups urged caution. Public opinion data showed broad support for strong defense. The plate intelligence. Some polls show concern about costs and priorities. Leadership in the House has expressed bipartisan interest. A key senator from a shipbuilding state applauded the plan. A representative called it a strategic investment in future peace. Another legislator raised fiscal responsibility questions. Budget experts testified earlier about rising defense spending. Some Democrats sought environmental and labor protection. Republicans emphasized industrial base revitalization, and governors of coastal states issued statements of support. As the mayor of our port city highlighted, investing in jobs infrastructure is crucial for our economic growth and community development. A mayor from a port city highlighted jobs and infrastructure. Critics in urban districts questioned spending versus domestic needs. Editorial boards weighed in across major newspapers. Another wrote that sea power remains vital to national security.
One urged smart defense spending, not just bigger ships. Another wrote that
Veterans groups issued mixed responses. Some see modern battleships as deterrence multipliers. Others argue for a focus on cybersecurity and space defense. A budget watchdog estimated lifetime support costs. A Congressional Research Service report was referenced. That report noted similar programs in allied navies spent years. Analysts remain divided on strategic benefits versus finances. NATO headquarters has released a statement of interest, and our allies have expressed strong support for collective deterrence goals. A European defense official called it a reinforcement of shared security. Asian defense ministries closely reviewed the announcement. One nation's foreign ministry noted a need to maintain balance. Another highlighted increased regional naval cooperation. A Middle East government welcomed enhanced maritime security. A Middle East government welcomed enhanced maritime security. South Pacific partners said they'll monitor implications. Global think tanks offered strategic assessments. One think tank noted potential shifts in Indo-Pacific balance. Another warned of maritime arms competition.
Diplomatic cables show allies asking for interoperability talks. A press briefing
from the UK Ministry of Defence offered cautious praise. Canada's defence leadership spoke about joint exercises. Japan's government reaffirmed alliance strength.
Australia referenced shared maritime security interests. A Southeast Asian bloc urged peaceful use of sea.
A neighboring superpower's state media criticized the announcement. It described the build-up as unnecessary escalation. International markets showed modest movement in defense equities. Today's announcement will reshape naval policy for decades. Strategic partners and competitors alike are paying close attention. Debate on cost, capability and timing continues in Capitol Hill. Naval experts say next decade will define naval balance. Environmental reviews and legislative hearings loom ahead. Allies seek coordinated planning and exercises. Markets and defense sectors adjust to future projections. New class of battleship now enters planning and execution phase. We'll continue following this story as it unfolds. Thank you for listening to our class International News from Dream TV. Drop your thoughts, like, share, subscribe, but more importantly, follow for more. Drop your thoughts, like, share, subscribe, but more importantly, follow for more. Drop your thoughts, like, share, subscribe, but more importantly, follow for more.